topic to be discussed, action chains. So we have seen something, the introductions of the action chains yesterday. Okay, action chains is nothing but whatever the actions we are doing through the mouse or the keyboard. Okay, so we have separated the actions for mouse. Right click, double click, drag and drop, slider, scroller. Those actions we will be doing through from the mouse in order to do such actions over in the web page. So how we can automate that? When we coming into the right click first. Let me open the application. Okay, so first we will go with the mouse over. Mouse over. So mouse over is something that using the mouse we can hover the element. So using hovering the element we can able to do such actions. See, when I'm hovering the element, free books, it is showing the drop down. So see here, when I'm hovering the tester hub, it is showing some other drop down. Again, when I'm hovering the element, it is showing the other dependable elements. So here I'm not clicking anything. I'm not doing any actions, but instead of that, I'm just hovering that element in such a way that the page has developed. So how this is I'm doing through mouse. So how we can do this through the automation? We open the application. Mouse scroll. One minute. So after running the application, I will be going this here. We have a multiple drop downs compared to here. So first a tester hub. So I'll be taking the export for this. Link to export. So the element. Okay. Private dot find element file dot export. This is the first element. Second element. We have multiple elements, right, to navigate. Private dot find element find out export. So this is we have multiple elements here. We will be going with this relative export. So I'll be pausing this value. So this is my second element. So the final element is element. Navigating. So I will be trying to interact with any one of the element here. Web table. We have a web tables, right? I'm taking this spot. So these are the element I supposed to navigate. Correct. So that is how I have done manually. So these are my elements. So by using action chains, okay, I have created an object for the class. So by using that object, there is a multiple element functions we have over in the classes. So we will be using those functions to handle the action chains. So for mouse over, there is a method called move to element. So this is a method we can suppose to use to navigate. Okay, how we are doing manually to the mouse. So first I supposed to navigate to first element. And from the first element, again I move to the element to the second. Finally, I supposed to move to element to final. Okay. Always remember that when we are doing the automation for action chains, we supposed to include. Okay, finally, okay, before that I will complete this. So final moving to the element, and finally I'm clicking this element. Okay, so in normal scenario, okay, normal scenario without action chains, if it is a normal scenario, we only clicking the element, correct? For example, when we coming into here the date, what we have done, we have identified the element and we are clicking that. This is sufficient here. But when we are coming into the action chains, that only thing is not sufficient here. Only clicking the element is not sufficient. We supposed to say to perform the action. So as this action chain trends, it will be considering this entire thing is one action. So we need to perform this action. In order to that, we need to call the perform method. So without this perform method, the action chain, whatever the method we are using, right, from the object, that doesn't work. And that won't work. We supposed to use perform method in order to perform this entire action. Okay. Fine. It is simple. Okay, that's it. So only we need to, in action chains, only we need to identify the element, and we need to pass the element as a parameter over to the function. That will take care of everything through the automation. Okay. Okay, let's see. Action chains, opening the application. Fine. Let me run this program. See here, it is not working. It is navigating, but it is not completed. Why? Even though we haven't get the error. Okay. See here, when it is hovering, the element is getting hidden. Okay, the element is getting hidden. The driver is not able to visible that element, but it is visible. Okay, it is not able to interact due to the size, the width and height. That is here. That is why there is a main thing. When we are opening the application, we supposed to maximize the window. Okay. This is the main thing. Sometimes when the driver is not working properly, this also may be the reason. Okay. So we need to maximize the window when we are opening the application. See, now it is okay. Okay, it is showing some ad. I'm just closing this ad. See here, it is moved into the web table. So web table, what we have finally clicking, right? We are clicking and performing. So this is how the mouse over action chains will supposed to work. Okay. Any doubt here? Mouse over.
Sir, why we are supposed to click, sir?
Here we are clicking.
Like why we are supposed to click? Like we can just mouse over, right? Why we are separately clicking?
So perform is used to perform this click action. It is an action, right? So we are moving into the element, again moving into some element, and again we are moving into some element. These are actions. And finally, we are clicking that element. That also action, right? So when we are using the object of action chains, or when we are using any method from the action chains, we supposed to use perform. That perform say to the driver to perform this action. So if I'm removing this perform, okay, I'm just clicking this. I'm moving to the element and finally clicking this. Let's see how it is working. See, the action is not taking perform. I mean, the action is not taking place here because we are not performing that action. Okay, so that is main. That is important to call the perform method when we are using action chains. Okay, even though we are not getting the error because the action is not taking place here, whatever we are trying to approach. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Any other doubt? Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Right click. Next, move on to the next one is a right click. Let me open the application. Do we have a right click? Okay, I not right click. So what we can do here. Mm, This is okay. So the right click, another term, the technical term for right click is context menu. Okay. As generally we can say that is a right click, but more technically we can say that is a context menu. So here you can see there is a button. Okay, that button has developed such a way that only to approach with the right click. So when I'm clicking this button, see I'm clicking, but there is no output for my action. Okay, but when I'm doing the right click, I'm getting some option because the element is developed in such a way to get this option. Only when I'm clicking the button, right click from my mouse. Okay, so it is a simple approach. Okay, let me show you that. So first we need to identify the element, which elements we are trying to interact here. Okay, which element we have the right click button, right? So okay, I'm trying to copy the export here. Let's go with here. Want to suppose to open the application, right? It is providing something absolute expert. Mm, Let me try to get the value from the select bucket. Yeah, need to export sample one text screen. Let me open this using the export. It looks more meaningful. Now I want to open the application first. Driver dot maximizing the window, pausing the value. Now I'm opening the URL and finding the element, and I supposed to click, right? That click I'm using from the action chains. Tag dot. Okay. There is a method we have called context click. Okay, context click is nothing but it is a right click. So we need to store that web element over into the variable. My right click button. So what we supposed to do here? We need to click that element and we need to perform this action. That's it. Okay. So this will take place the right click. Let's see. Imagine. Oh, I'm sorry. Here it is. Not bad. Get. I want to suppose the maximum is the window. Let's just. It is working, but it is very fast looking like this. Okay, it's supposed to do. Um, Opening the application, maximizing the application. Drive dot context click and pausing that element. Okay, so here, what is happening? Context. Okay, I think I should not use click here because already the context click method is clicking that element. Okay, already this element is supposed to click and making, it is calling the context click method and it is doing some action over here. Okay, I think I should not use that. Let me check. Because already the context, yes, correct. Because already the context click method itself, it is clicking. Okay, that is, it is doing the right click. But on the top of that, what I'm doing after doing the right click, again, I'm clicking the normal, the mouse click. So that is why it is moving. I mean, it is hiding that option. Okay. We should not supposed to use that. So this is how the context click, that is a right click supposed to take place. Okay, it is a simple approach. Only thing is we need to identify the correct method here. Okay, that's it. And whatever the element we are pausing here, that element supposed to be in the nature of right click. Then only it will be more meaningful. Okay, if the sub button is something is not right click, then whatever the value we are passing, it won't approach in the correct way. Fine. Any doubt with the right click? Fine. Now,
Sir,
yeah, tell me.
sir, after the right click, how will we select one of the menu items from the right click?
So that we supposed to move to navigate to the next. That is not part of a right click. Okay. So
Okay, sir. Actually, in this page, it is not showing any.
yeah.
Options to
Yes.
navigate.
See, it is right click. See what it is happening. It is saying that alert. So this box is created using some library. Okay. These kind of things we will be facing some challenges over in the some functionality. What we supposed to do in order to interact with this element, I will tell you. Okay, I will give the idea. Okay, you can try to approach this. Okay, if you have any challenges, let me know. Okay, so here we have an element. Okay, element. This element is supposed to select the element from the web table. Sometime what will happen, the element, when I'm clicking this, it is something coming here, right? This is not having any web elements over here. If it is not a web element, then we cannot able to automate this one. Looking like there is no web element. Okay. See here, yeah, here we have a web element. Fine. Then we can able to, obviously we can able to do the automation here. Okay, see here. Minute. Here it is. So it is something under UL. Okay, UL is something, but it is a list. Okay, unitedly something. There will be a term. I'm not sure. I forgot that. What is meant by U? Okay, it is something like a list. Inside the list, they have given. I think it is a union list something. Okay, inside the list, everything is in the list. Okay, everything we have a values here over in the span. But here it is, we have a luck. So it is not hiding. We can able to navigate. We can able to navigate to the respective element and we can able to identify the element over here. Okay, but sometime what will happen? We cannot able to inspect this. That it is very important topic. Hiding alert or hiding table or hiding drop down. Okay. So these are considering as a hiding, which means that we can able to open this, but we should not supposed to interact with this element. Let me show you that example. Here you can use this element. Okay, here you can use this element in order to inspect. Here, how do you need to inspect here? How to interact with this element? Edit, cut, copy, delete. So first, what you need to do, you have to perform this action. Then what you're supposed to do, you have to take the entire window, this entire window. You have a UI, right? You have a UL, sorry, UL. UL is something is the respective window. So this you have to take the export and you have to store it into a one variable window driver.find element by.export. You're supposed to save that. Then what you're supposed to do, once you click the right click button, if window dot is displayed, then only you can go with the respective element from here to interact. For example, if you want to do the edit, then you can go with the edit here. So you can find element by the export. Click. If it is not displayed, you can raise the exception and say to the programmer or user, the window is not displayed. So if you are doing the edit, for example, if you are doing the edit, okay, you will be getting this alert. Click edit, which means that we are successfully clicked the option. If you've got this, we are getting the alert. We are successfully clicked that. Again, what it is mean that here it is a alert. It is alert. How we have handled that alert? Using switch to method. So we have this. So once we click this, we have the alert. You can see the alert which is showing in the top of the page. That is why this alert doesn't have the element. Okay, so driver is currently in the parent page. We supposed to say the driver to switch from over here to the alert in order to handle this OK button. Okay, you got it. Someone asked the question, right?
Sir.
You got it, Abhin?
Yes, sir. I got it.
Okay. But one more thing, okay, that is not part of action chains, okay, but that is part of some different concept. But you have to supposed to know that. In a minute, let me show you that as well. Okay, that is very, very important. Sometimes the automation engineer may, facing some challenges over this kind of a interacting with the element. Let me show you, give me a minute. Okay, I don't have the URL now. I will show you in the tomorrow class. Okay, the concept is called hiding dropdown. Hiding dropdown is this concept, those concepts, either alert or we can say alert. It is a kind of a pop-up. Okay? Pop-up. This pop-up, we have a element. We have the web elements. Okay. Or we can say web hiding table, or we can say it's a hiding dropdown. These concept, we have a element over in the web table, but we cannot able to inspect that. Okay, we cannot able to inspect that because in such a way the development has been developed because they have used some libraries, advanced libraries in order to make that approach. Okay, so there we need to make the page to freeze for some time, then only we can able to inspect that. Okay, currently I don't have the URL to show the element. Let me show you something over in the Google. Retaining dropdown. Selenium automation. Check. Then we have something here and the dynamic dropdowns. Then dropdown. Okay. Okay, I don't want to waste the time. I will try to get the link. Okay, I am trying to get the URL. I will show you tomorrow, guys. Okay, not getting the URL. Okay, don't want to waste my time. Moving into the next topic. That is, double click. Okay, double click. So for double click, I'm giving as an exercise. Okay, for you guys. Okay, it is similarly the right click, the context click, how we have done. So for double click, what is supposed to do? What is supposed to do? 1 minute. Dot hide. Okay. Find the element. Okay, find the element and store it into a variable, store it into a variable, then use the inbuilt method called double click. Okay, double click. Pause the variable, then perform the action. Okay, so dot double click. So this is a method. Okay, how we have done the same concept for right click. That's supposed to you have to do. Okay, if you're facing any challenges, you can ask me. Okay, for double click. Moving into the next topic. Double click, drag and drop. Okay, let me show you drag and drop. It is one of the automation site for drag and drop. So here you can see these are capitals, okay, and these are some countries. So these are the elements. By using the mouse, I will be navigating. I will be drag this and I can drop it into somewhere. I can drag this. So when I'm dragging this, what I'm doing, I am holding this element using the mouse and I'm releasing the element where I want. So this is which I'm doing through my mouse. So how we can do this through automation. So this concept is called a drag and drop. Okay. See how to access this. Running the application, maximizing the application. Then what I supposed to do, I need to check the element here. Okay. Inspecting the element. These are my capitals. These are my capitals. What I supposed to do. Here, these are the red box, correct? So here, what I will be doing, I can go with the attribute ID. Okay, we have an ID, right? I'm going with this ID. So driver dot find element by dot ID. What is the value of ID here? Come on. Box one. Box one. Okay, so it is my source. It is my source. I'm storing in the variable source, and I'm storing into another variable called the target. The target page. That is, it is drag. It is for drag, and this is for drop. Okay, driver dot find element by dot ID. Then where I supposed to drop here. So for example, ID box one is slow. So I will be dropping in any other where I want to drop it. Okay. So I will be dragging into anywhere. So here what I will be doing, I will be dragging into the Norway. Okay. Here the box, here also we have ID. So what I will be doing, box on logos. Okay, so this is my target. And okay. So this is for single drag and drop. Okay, if you want to do multiple drag and drop, then we need to take the additional sources and market. So add dot drag and drop. Here the drag and drop having a two parameters. One parameter is a source, another one parameter is a target. Okay, we have it two parameters. One is source, another one is a target. We need to provide the respective web element. So what is a source web element here? It is source. And a target web element is target. So I will be pausing source, comma, target. Now I supposed to perform this action. Correct? Because this is action change, right? I want to perform this action. Minute. So, for example, imagine that now it is working correctly. Okay, now I want to do a multiple drag and drop at the same time. So what I supposed to do? I want to go with the same with another web element. Another web element. So here we have taken the box 1, right? So what I will be doing with box 2, and moving into the 102. So now I can able to move multiple elements over here. Okay. So this is how it is a simple approach. Only we need to identify the drop and the drag, both elements, store it into a variable, pass it into the subparameter to the drag and drop method. So it will do the drag and drop. Any doubt until here?
No, sir.
Let me run the program. Okay, so from where to where? That is what main here. That we need to provide correctly. Then we can able to navigate. We can able to drag and drop. Okay, it's a simple approach. Any doubt?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
Yeah, I don't have doubt in this.
Tell me, Nadia.
I have executed the while coding, but that time dot p by class is not importing. It is showing some errors. So can you see when? Can I share my screen, or
Yeah.
else after finishing the class, can you check into this?
Yeah, sure, Nadia. After complete the class, we can see. So you can see that, okay, by is a class. So where it is supposed to?
In the import, I'm doing in the import only. It is showing error.
Okay, so you can see from Selenium dot webdriver dot common dot by import the class by.
Yeah, same thing only also there.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So is uppercase and the lowercase are matching?
Yeah, both I have done, but while executing also, it is throwing error.
Fine. We can see. So, okay, fine. We can see after completion of the class. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. The next topic. Okay, it is something important. Okay, there are multiple concepts are involving over here. Okay, slider. What is meant by slider? This is a slider. It is created using jQuery. Okay, Java query. So totally slider, we have two things are there. It is slow. Horizontal and vertical. Give me a minute. Okay, I'm back. So slide. So these kind of a concept we may encounter in some different applications. Okay. So here we have a button we have. Okay, correct. We have a two buttons are here. One button is supposed to move towards to the left to right hand side. It is for minimum to maximum, increasing the value. Similarly, we have another button from right to left. It is supposed to use maximum to minimum. Okay. So here, this kind of a slider is called horizontal slider. Okay. So there will be a two different types of slider. We have horizontal and vertical. Okay, I have application only having horizontal. So same concept for vertical. Okay, wherever we are approaching for horizontal, in the same line, we can approach for vertical. Okay, that will work. I will tell you how this is working. Okay. Here the concept we need to understand that sorry. We have a graph, right? In academics. Okay, so how the graph will be getting calculated? Through x-axis and y-axis. Y-axis. In the x-axis, we have some plots. 1, 2, 3, 4. Some plots we have. Similarly, we have a vertical. In the y-axis also we have. So this is vertical slide. This is horizontal slide. Okay, we are going to discuss about horizontal slide. So imagine that this is the web application page. The white color screen is the application page. So it is something what are we are seeing, right? The application, this entire application. Here we have a horizontal slider. That is a horizontal slider. So here we are interacting based on the concept called region concept. Okay. Sorry, my laptop is a little bit slow. Region concept. What is meant by region concept? See, when I am moving my cursor, you can see here. Okay, you can see here, you will get the pixel value. You will get the pixel value. What is mean that? Now it is showing that 533, 244, 224, which is mean that from the x-axis, from this point to this point, it is 541. And from the top, from here, that is a 306, which is nothing but x-axis and the y-axis. That is called region value, but more technically in Selenium, we can say that is a pixel value. So the same concept we are applying over here. So we need to identify the element from here to here, where it is exactly located, and from here to here, where it is exactly located. So based upon that pixel value, we are moving the slider. Okay. For example, always remember that this is a horizontal slider. So we cannot able to move this button towards up direction or down direction. Only we can able to move in the horizontal, in the X plane only, we can able to navigate, move. We can able to move. Similarly, from here, we can able to move to backward direction. It is a forward direction, but we cannot able to move this button over to the horizontal position, these two buttons. Because why we cannot able to move? Because this is a horizontal slider. It is in the x-axis. So, which means that, so this is a, sorry for this. Yes, we have two buttons. And two buttons. Okay, we have two buttons. So this button we can able to move from here to here. And we can able to move this from here to here. So what we supposed to understand, we cannot able to move this towards vertical. Unless otherwise it is a vertical slider. But we need to see the position. This is 0. This is 0, the position. For example, now I am in the 0th X position, but from the top, the vertical position is 432. But from here to here, there is some spaces between there, right? So obviously it is not in the starting point of the window. So it is something like 344 to 425. Similarly, this value is not starting from the application. It is something in between in the application. So imagine that. Imagine, because we not sure where it is exactly located. Now, the pixel value we are not able to identify. So for guessing, I may randomly I can provide some value that it is something over in 50 value. Give me a minute. I'm back. So here we supposed to move. So initially I'm not able to identify the pixel value. I'm also not know where the button is exactly or which position it is exactly from the left to right. So what I will be doing, I will be giving some random pixel value. Based on that, I can able to know where it is exactly located. So the program chain concept, so driver dot get opening the application. Yeah, opening the application. Maximizing the window. Then I would suppose to pause the value here. Okay, so Yeah, first I will be taking the element. We have a 2 element, right? So supposed to move this button and this button. So I will be taking this element, minimized button. Okay. So driver dot find element y dot export. So I'm doing the right click, select a group and getting this value to export. Okay, it is showing something longer. It's not looking correct. So what I will be doing, inspecting this manually. So it is showing something different here. Correct. It is showing something different here. So I'm copying this. Okay, it makes more meaningful because we can able to understand that ID having the slight range. Okay, the maximize button. Maximize button. Driver dot find element by dot export and the value here for maximize button. The another button. Here it is. We open one more time because it is highlighting the respective button. Okay, so not validity inspecting the button properly. It is a span 2. So it is a span 2. Okay, both the things are in next to next. Okay, so I'll be taking 5 more minutes. Okay, I can able to complete 8:35. Please be patient. I'm taking the both elements 1 and 2. Now, what I'm supposed to do by using the action chains? By using the action chains, I can pause the both minimum and maximum button. So in order to, so it is also like a drag and drop, right? It is also a drag and drop. We are dragging this and dropping in some position wherever we require. This is also dragging and dropping, but technically we can say it is a slider. But the concept we are working on that it is a drag and drop using offset value, using x and y value. That is what offset value. So there is a method we have ag dot drag and drop by offset value. By using offset value based upon the position, based upon the region of this window, we are dragging the element and dropping the element. Okay, so let's see. So we are calling this method and we supposed to minimum button. That is an element. Which element we supposed to source? That is a web element. That's the first parameter. The second parameter is a x offset and y offset. So here we are approaching the horizontal plane, right? If it is a horizontal plane, only we can able to change the element only in the horizontal plane. So I will be randomly, I'm giving something around 200. Let's see how it is working. Then minimum value. Sorry, y offset. So y offset is we cannot able to change that y offset value, right? Because we cannot able to move this value from bottom to the top. So I am giving as a 0. Okay. The same opposite of this for vertical. If you are approaching with the vertical slider, then the x offset will be 0, y offset will be the moving value. Okay. If you want to know the exact position, okay, what you can do, you have to take the screenshot. Okay, you can take the screenshot, then opening the other paint, I will show you. So here, paste that, paste the screenshot. Okay, it's now taken 1 minute. I'm taking the screen print one more time. Not supposed to take the screen print here 1 minute. Okay. Full screen. Okay. Let me try to paste here. So now I have taken the screenshot. So now what I supposed to do, I want to supposed to match the value here. So I want to supposed to match the body. So this is a body, right? From white region, having the matching the value body. Then in the left hand side, I supposed to move to the 0th position. Okay. Okay, now see here, it is starting from 0 and it is also starting from 0. That we supposed to be, we have to be correct always. Okay, that is how the body also. Okay, okay, so this is a correct value here. Okay, 0. Okay, now see, this is a Windows. Windows is starting from 0 from here and from the top to bottom and from the left to right, it is a starting position. Now I can able to guess the button where it is exactly located in the window, somewhere around 86. Okay, it is not exactly because we are manually taking the screenshot and comparing, right? It may be having some plus or minus value. Okay, it's imagine that it will be something from 80 to 90 somewhere the position. So if I have provided 200 as the X value. So what it will do from 86 to 200, somewhere around here it will move. Similarly, I can look for the maximum window. It is 781. Okay, approximately. So now what I will be doing. Okay, now I want to do the maximum button, drag and drop by offset value, maximize button. Now I supposed to move something towards the backward direction, correct? If it is a backward direction, we supposed to reduce it. For example, currently it is 778. I want to move something over in 600. 600. What I supposed to do? I have to provide the value in negative value. Okay, negative. I can provide some around 150. So what you can do, 150, something around 770. So okay, approximate value 770, 150. Okay, it should something around 620. It should to navigate around 60. But the expectation here is give me a minute. Okay, sorry, I missed it one thing, so I got confused here. Okay, first what's supposed to do? First we supposed to take the location, okay, where it is exactly located. Okay, then only we can able to move forward. Okay, there is a method we have. Okay, by using that method we can able to identify that. Okay, what is the method? First take print minimum button. I want to get the location of this web element over in the web page. So I want to see where the web element is exactly located. So by manually we can see that it is somewhere around in 87, right? Okay, let's see through program where it is exactly located. dot location. Okay, dot location. This location method will return the value in the format of dictionary. Okay, it will be returning X value and Y value. Okay, it is in the format of dictionary. Key with value. Similarly, I want to get the maximum button dot location. Okay. First we can check how the value it is exactly located over in the web page. According to that, we can. Okay, let me try to run the program. We are not doing anything over in the web page. So I'm minimizing this. Let's see what is the value. Okay, so whatever value we have guessed, it is something around nearby that it is 60. We have identified something 80, right? Okay, and the maximum value we have identified that something around 777. Okay, but the value it is 630. Okay, it is due to because of we have not placed the window properly here. That is the issue. Okay, it's supposed to move words to come a little bit far away from the screen. So here the maximum button position is 613 and the minimum position is 59. Now I have get the exact position of the web element. You can see Y is same. Why? Because from the top, both from the top, it is a vertical position. So these two buttons are laying in the 256 from top to bottom. Okay, we can manually see. Okay, it's something 338. What is showing for us? Okay, I think it should come above to here. Okay, it should match here. That is what it having some space is there, right? That is causing issue, I guess. Whatever the we have provided, it something is not correct. This space from the left hand side and the top, it's making the difference here. So both the buttons are lying in the vertical in the same position. So we are getting the value as a constant 256. Now I want to move from 59 to 200 and 613 to somewhere around 400 something. What I can do? Print, sorry, not a print. Okay, we have commented out, right? So minimum button from 59 to I want to currently it is 59th position. I want to move to 200th position. So what I need to do 200 plus 59. It is 259. So I supposed to do 259. Then for maximum button currently it is 630. I want to move to 400. 613 minus 400. It is 230. So I supposed to do here as 230. Okay, because it is in the backward direction, right? So we supposed to do minus. Then in the Y offset, I don't want to change anything. Now what is happening? We have moved the minimum from 50 to 259 and moved the maximum button from 613 to 230. Now here we have provided the 215 and 213, right? It won't change the exact position. We will have some threshold value. Okay, it is because of the browser. Okay, we may expect plus or minus 2, which means that from 259, from 257 to 261, we may expect. Okay, similarly for here, it is 213, right? From 211 to 250, plus or minus 2 value. Within this range, we can expect the output, the movement of this. How we can validate that? After moving that value, we can print the location. We can print the minimum button and the maximum button. Okay. After So this is before minimum. Minimum before minimum. This is before max. So currently we are getting 59 to 613. You can also see currently it is 59, 256, 613, 256. In the next run, the value will be slightly changing. Okay, it is because of the browser and the DOM structure. Okay, let's see how it is working. I will be debugging the code one more time before running the program, opening the application, maximizing the application, identifying the web element, and getting the initial location where it is located. From there, I want to move to some respective position. Okay, some respective position. Okay, well, now after moving into the respective position, again, I'm taking the location of the specific element where it is exactly moved. The expected value has been moved or it is moved in the different location or not. Okay. Any doubt until here?
Sir, here there is no need to give performs, huh?
Ah, correct. We need to provide. Sorry, I missed that. It won't work. Okay, we're supposed to give. This is a inbuilt method. Thanks for that. Okay. Fine. Here we have not given because this location method is belongs to act object, right? Only drag and drop is for act object. We are doing some action over here. That is why we require perform only for this too. Any doubt? Let me run the program. The page is responding very slowly. All right. So after get the response, whatever the value we have moved, it moved, but we can validate that expected position it has moved or not. Okay, so this is the initial location 59 to 46, 613 to 56. Okay, after moving this, we are expected to 59, but it have moved 320 and okay, sorry. I think I have calculated incorrectly, I guess. Give me a minute. So currently the position is 59, correct? 59 plus 259. It is 380. Okay, I have calculated incorrectly. It should be something around 380. 360 into 3. Sorry, not 260. 360. 360 into 320. Okay. Then the next value it is 613, right? Initial value is 613. 613 minus 403. No, not sorry. 213. Something around 400. Okay. So it should be something around 398 to 402. Okay. So based upon, so I have calculated it incorrectly previously. So how we need to calculate that? The initial value 59. Initial value 59 and where we want to move that value we supposed to take. For example, if we want to move 320th position, we need to go with the plus, or we can say 320th position minus current position. That is a base position, expected position. Okay, 261. So we have given as 259. That is a threshold value, plus or minus value. Then the maximum, I'm expecting to move 403. This is a targeted position. My base position is 613. So 210. I have given it 230. It is something within the threshold value. So according to that calculation only, we will be getting this, the value. Okay. Got it? Any doubt? Any confusion? Fine. So understand this concept. Okay. In real time, image comparison, bitmap comparison, image validation, these concepts will be applied using boundary rectangle concept. Okay. That is something not belongs to Selenium, but that is something belongs to other library, image library. Okay. But in the automation, there will be a chances of doing some image validation. Okay. Taking the screenshot, comparing the images, whether the pixel value, color, text, everything is matching or not, that we supposed to do in the real time. Okay. So that you have to learn some other library other than Selenium. Okay. Because Selenium having no option for the image validation, either you have to learn OpenCV library that is belongs to Python or OCR concept or some other library we have, some automation libraries that you're supposed to learn for that. Okay. Fine. Any doubts so far? We have no doubt. We can wind up today. Let me yeah. Give me a minute, Nadia. Let me take the attendance. Then everyone can drop. You can share your screen because I don't want to waste others' time. 1 minute. Take the screenshot. Okay. If no doubt, everyone can leave. If anyone having the doubt, you can stay. Thank you. Nadia, you can share your screen, Nadia. Are you sharing your screen, Nadia?
Yes.
Okay, I can able to see. Can you go to your program?
Yes.
See, line number 4,
Okay.
you have imported the uppercase by, but in line number 12, you have used a small by.
But also,
Wait,
but
wait,
here white is coming in a gray.
wait. The syntax which you have using is not correct here. Okay, so what you supposed to do after after by dot class is there, right? Okay, see, case case sensitive is very important when you are doing the program. Okay, the send keys, yes, should be a small case. Okay, in line number 12. So what you can do, remove after the dot. There is no locator in the name of class. Okay, so remove after the dot. You have removed everything. keep your cursor by after there is a dot, right? After that, keep your cursor. Nadia?
So I need to remove the class.
No, Nadia, first keep your cursor on the dot. There is a dot after by, right? After the dot, keep your cursor. Now, remove everything, delete everything after that.
So here from dot.
Wait, Nadia, wait, Nadia. I will show you. Looks like. Give me a minute. One minute, let me take the screenshot of your program. Okay. Okay, you can stop your screen. I will share my screen. Okay, I'm sharing my screen. Are you able to view my screen? It is visible for you?
Yes.
Okay. See here, it is everything is case sensitive. Okay, you are using uppercase b dot y, but what you are trying to do, driver dot get, you are using small by. There is no class in the name of small by. Okay, so you supposed to use uppercase by. You will able to find out that now. Now click dot give dot. There is a locator called class name. But what you have given as a class. There is no locator in the name of class. It should be a class name. That is why program is not able to recognize that what you have given. Then after that, you have to give comma and provide the value. Then dot send keys. Okay. Okay, I have used the get, right? It's supposed to be int element. Dot send keys. So send keys is lowercase. Yes is a lowercase. So you should not type in your own. Okay, now you have changed. Okay, you should not type in your own. If you click the, if you given the dot, it will show the list of choices. Okay, if you click yes, it will show the choice what are in the list. So you can go here, and if you want, you can select and you can click enter. Automatically it will come. If you type manually, then you may end up with error. If you know very well, then you can type. If not, go with the choice. So here you're supposed to pause the value what you are supposed to using Centric. You got it where you have you done the mistake. Nadia,
Sorry.
are you clear, Nadia?
Is done like the by dot the class is not a class. It should be a class.
It is class name. You have given a class. There is no locator called class. See here. You have to navigate to the class. See there. There is no class. It is a class name. But you have provided as a class.
Okay.
There is no name in the name of class. How it will recognize that you are referring to the specific locator? Okay, so these are the errors. Why it is coming means because you are not doing the practice in regular basis. That is what it should. Okay, so these are a basic syntax error. You are not trained hands-on with the Selenium, the basics. The regular hands-on will make understand these kind of errors and it will remove, because if you are not hands-on, if you are directly trying to attend the interview, you will facing these all the challenges. Then you will get confused. You will get, hurry burry, why it is showing the underline, why it is showing the error. You will come. You may not able to debug the program. Those are the small point interviewer will validate. Interviewer easily able to understand you based upon the writing the syntax. If you are writing driver dot find element, so immediately you will go with the specific value what you are looking for. If you are typing something class, and if you are not recognizing the error and moving on to the value, then easily he will able to understand, okay, you are not well exposure with the syntax. Syntax is the basic, very basic. It is a beginning level of your understanding of the concept. Okay, so these are small mistake you have to ignore when you are attending the interview. Okay, if you are making this kind of error, then what interview will do? Interview will not go to the next question. He will dig on the basic question again, because he want to know how you are strong with the basics. Then only he will go to the next intermediate level question. Always the interview will be from the very basic. Interviewer have to satisfy you or understand having the concept in the basic, very basic. Then he will go to the next basic level. If you are clear with the basic level, then he will go with the intermediate level. Then he will go with the advanced level. Likewise, in the order only, he will navigate according to your question and the response. Okay, that is very important to attending the interview. You have to showcase your skill. You are smart enough in the respective skill that you have to showcase. Okay, you got it?
Yes, sir. I got it.
Okay. Anyone having any doubt other than Nadia? Fine. Thank you, guys. I have forgot to inform something. Tomorrow is a one, right? Maybe I will be canceling the class. I'm not sure. And there is some planning is having in my end. Okay, if it is get confirmed, I will update you over in the group chat. Okay, if whether we have a class tomorrow or not. Okay, if I'm not updating anything,
Okay, sir.
then we have the class. Okay, fine. Thank you. Anything I will be updating before end of today. Thank you, everyone.
Okay,
Have a
sir.
nice day. Bye. Thank you, Abhi.
Okay, sir. Bye.